Now Customs is basically the first map that you get to know when you start playing Tarkov. At the same time, it's the favorite map of a lot of players because of how balanced it is. With the keys on the other hand, it can get really messy because there are a lot of keys on this map. And that's why today we go over all the keys, show you what's inside and which keys are worth taking into raid. Now we start with the big red, very east of the map, and therefore is the Tarkov's Director's Office key. Now here one very important thing, when you go up those stairs, be very careful because there are a lot of angles that allow players to aim at the stairs. You can even do a 100-meter headshot by simply lying down back by those storage cabins and aim at the door. So be careful. Now in the first room we have a bag and 3 computers and some loot. In the second room, the breachable room, there's a folder spawn in the trash, a jacket, loose loot and a safe. And safes are always good. Now I think it's a very good key at the beginning and you can also get it very early, but at the beginning of a wipe there is also a lot of PvP going on in this area. So it can be actually quite dangerous to go up there. But it's an overall good key. It's not the best by any means, but you get electronic items and valuables, so you get enough money out of it. Then a bit more south we have the 2 cabin keys. First the portable cabin key, that's just this little, I don't know, what is it, cabin up there. And inside are just 3 jackets, that's all. Now that's pretty bad late, but at the early state of the wipe, if you need more keys, jackets are the best source for that. So if you find this key very early and you still need keys and don't have to flea market, that can be a good way to get them. Otherwise I wouldn't bother. Then right next to us is the trailer park portable cabin and the key to it. There's actually nothing inside this room. This key is only needed for a mission. It has no other use. So if you haven't done the mission, keep it, otherwise yeah, just throw it away. Same with the machinery key, which I'm not gonna show here, otherwise in the comments. Now if you want to place that on a tier list, it's really bottom. It's not good unless you need to search jackets for keys. The next key on the list is a very important one, and that's the factory emergency key. On one hand you can use it to extract at the fortress. In the basement you can open a door with that key which leads you to an extract, but first you need to restore the power source at the factory area inside that one building. So switch the power back on, then you have to go all the way back, open the door, and you can see when the power is restored when this little light is on, and well, you can extract. This also means that if somebody extracted before you, you can use the extract without the key. Furthermore, the factory key allows you to open this little house between gas station and the factory area. And the loot inside isn't worth it. It has 1 weapon crate and a drawer and some loose loot, but it allows you to move more dynamically and freely on customs. Plus an additional exit. So in my opinion, the factory key is one of the most important keys when you play customs. Then we have the gas station, and there are 2 keys again inside that building. First one being the gas station storage key. This key can be very good, especially at the beginning when you're still looking for salevas and so on, but it falls off very quickly at later stages. Then right next to it is the office key, and inside is a safe and some loose loot. Now where to place them? Well, the keys aren't the greatest, but depending on the way you usually take around customs, if it crosses path with the gas station, then I would bring both keys. I mean, why not? Otherwise, you could skip them. Then a bit further we already have the USEC stash key, and a lot of people don't know that there are 2 rooms that this key unlocks. First off, the wooden door, and there's a funny thing inside. This weapon box are actually 2 boxes. They are somehow bugged inside one another, so you can loot 2 boxes at one place, and there's another weapon crate. Then right around the corner under the stairs is the second room that you can unlock. Inside is a jacket and 2 weapon boxes. So for 1 key you get a total of 4 weapon boxes, 5 currently, and a jacket. And since it basically always crosses path with wherever you're going, I personally always take this key with me, especially since the building itself has very good loot. And that's why for me personally this key is essential on customs. Then right next to it is the checkpoint, and therefore the military checkpoint key. Just be careful, there are usually a lot of scavs around here, Inside, there are 2 ammo crates and 1 grenade crate. Now, this key is very strong at the beginning, especially when you don't have access to a lot of ammo. And with this key, you have the chance to get some very good rounds. But as soon as traders start selling the rounds that you need and you have access to grenades, this key falls off. And it also leaves you very exposed when you go to open this room. So at the beginning, a very strong key that can get you ahead. Later, not so important anymore. So before we go dorms, we take a look at the portable bunkhouse key. Now inside is just 1 weapon box, but you need the key for a mission. That's the only reason you should bring it. If you're very good at parkouring, then you can get on top of the bunkhouse actually. Now it's very exposed, but you would be surprised how many people just overlook that you're sitting on top of there, so it can work sometimes. But the key itself is really bad. I would not recommend that you bring it ever, except a set for the mission. And it's not only because of the loot, it's also because you are very exposed when you go loot there. You step on metal, so everybody knows what you're doing. Then to the legendary dorms. Now we start in the 3-story dorms at the south entrance. First one being the room 103, and here's just some loose loot if you're lucky, so whatever. Then on the completely other side we have 100. And inside here we have a computer, a drawer and some loose loot. Then on the east we have the 118 and again some loose loot and 2 jackets that are a bit hidden, but you can access them by wiggling left and right. And that's already it for the first floor. Now to the second floor again, start on the south entrance and there is the room 203. And that's just 1 bag inside. But on the other side we have the room 204 and that's the first very good one. We have a safe here, below is a weapon safe. On the top is a normal safe and some loose loot. Then we have to run across the whole hallway again to the room 214. And inside here we have again a safe and loose loot. And I hope yours looks better than mine here. Then we have 218 east side. And again it's one of those other loose loot rooms. So don't expect too much from this room. But right next to it is the room 220. And this room you need for a mission. There is a bag, a jacket, and you can find some rubles, dollars and so on. Now the mission item is on top of the shelf and the USB stick is in the laptop. And then that's it for the second floor. So again, third floor we start south as always. Now room 303, again loose loot, so not much to do here. 306, the same. The best you can find in those rooms are just stacks of rubles, like 700 rubles. Same goes for room 308 and also for 315. So as you can see, those rooms are definitely not worth your time and the keys you can just skip. And also don't worry, it takes some time to get used to the way the rooms are numbered. Then we have the legendary marked room, that's room 314. Now you can get very lucky with this room, there is a ton of good stuff that can spawn in here, but well, if you're unlucky then you just get loot like this. It really just depends on luck. Now on a tier list I would only recommend bringing the marked room 204, 214 and that's it. All the other keys are just not worth it as you've seen. The only exception maybe if you want to loot some more jackets, then you can bring those rooms. Otherwise I would really just stick to the 3 good keys. Then out of the 3-story dorms across the playground to the 2-story dorms, and now we approach south again because the hallways are separated. Then we have 2 rooms across each other. First the room 104 with 2 jackets and a toolbox, so average. But on the other side we have the room 105 and inside here we have yet another safe. Then run across the building again to the main entrance and here we have the dorms guard desk key. Inside here you have 2 ammo crates, a weapon box and a key spawn plus loose loot, so pretty nice. And since when you want to loot these safes you go there anyway, so why not bring this key as well. Then at the end of the hallway we have the key 110 and 114. Now in room 110 there's only a safe, while in room 114 is a safe, a computer and a medical box. But since they're right next to each other, I will bring both. Then on the second floor there's only 1 room that's actually locked and that room is only for a mission, there's nothing inside. You just need to look at the water for the aquarium mission from Therapist. Now back to the tier list, how does it look? And for that I would just say bring the 105, 110, 114 and the guard desk key. So basically only the keys that unlock a safe. Now, if we look at the overall, so if you bring every key that has an S or an A, you have 13 keys. Don't forget, the gas station are 2 keys. So 13 keys, and that fits without any problem, any document case, key tool, or whatever you want to bring. Now, since there are honorable mentions often in those videos, let's look at the unknown key. You can get them from the dead body near the cracked house, and it just unlocks this cabin, another cabin, yes, where you can find the mission item beneath this jacket, and that's the only use it has. So it's only useful when you have the mission, and since it's available always, just forget about it. So in summary, you want to bring the director's office key, the factory key because it's global. For the 3 story dorms, only 204, 214, and the marked room key 314. For the 2 story dorms, 104, 110, 114, and the G desk guard key. Then the gas station keys, USEC stash key, and the checkpoint key. And then you're good to go. And you still have space in your key tool for 3 more keys if you find any in raid. So that's it for the customs key guide, and if I have to say key once more, I'll probably go insane. Now, I hope this guide helped you out. Now, I would really appreciate feedback on the whole setup of this guide. Did you like the visuals, the way I approached this? Because there are many more maps to go over. So if you think something doesn't work out or could be improved, let me know for future guides. Otherwise, if this video helped you out, as always, thumbs up for the algorithm. Any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. Subscribe for more, and then see you all in the next video. Take care.